How's it going, everyone? It's me, Whiplashthesnake, and today, to be completely honest, we're going to be talking about something that is a bit iffy to say the least. Because the last time I talked about this person on my channel, the video ended up getting the most dislikes of any video I had ever uploaded, and still, to this point, has gotten more dislikes than I've ever gotten. And of course, that person is none other than GradeAUnderA. Now, I will be the first to admit, I made this video back in July when I was first giving YouTube a try. I was just getting my foot in the door. I was really trying to start making good content, but I wasn't quite there yet. Hell, a lot of people will still argue that I'm still not there. And I defended it at the time, but I know I got a lot wrong in that video now. Hell, I even considered unlisting it several times. And hell, I might still even do that because, let's face it, that video was absolute shit. Hell, even going back and watching it just to record that little bit, well, it made me cringe. But that just begs the question, why, if I have a terrible history of making GradeAUnderA videos, why would I go back and make another one on him? Is it because I'm insane? Well, I mean, at this point, that's entirely arguable. But no, the real reason I'm making this is because GradeAUnderA came out with a video recently that I somewhat agree with, but mostly disagree with. That video being GradeAUnderA's I'm Stressed video. And I'm just gonna say this now. If you are a major die-hard fan of GradeAUnderA and you love everything that he says and you support every single word that ever comes out of his mouth, just click off the video now. Leave your dislike if you want to. Just click off the video before you get too pissed off. However, if you are someone who likes to hear other people's perspectives on an issue, feel free to continue on. Because I am saying this is your only disclaimer, alright? I'm not going to agree with everything that GradeAUnderA says, but I'm also not going to try and rip him a new one. Understand? Let's continue on. Now, if you for some reason did not see GradeAUnderA's video yet, I will give you a brief summary on what went down in it. First thing being that he no longer sees YouTube as a fun hobby, but more as a job now. And because of this, the joy that he used to get from his videos has dwindled, and he isn't enjoying making them as much as he used to, which in his eyes has led to a very sharp decline in comedy and motivation. And because of this, this has caused his videos to somewhat change, which, as he explains, is something he doesn't want to happen. So much so that he even turned down an offer for a better microphone. And then it gets to the point where he says that he's been spending way too much time on his videos, sometimes spending up to 2 days just editing straight. And this has caused him to eat less, lose all of his muscles basically, start getting blisters on his hands, and also gain a little bit of fat. Fat that he can't work off because he's replaced all of his exercising time with video editing. So he's defined a plan to fix this issue. His first step being to remove his weekly deadline. His second step was to spend more times on things that wasn't his channel. Things like going on Twitch and streaming as he's making his video, and also starting a whole other channel in general. And then step 3 he left out because reasons. AKA he's planning to make another video on it in the future. And then hopefully because of that he won't have to change, he can interact with his fans more frequently, and also have an orgasm over Karuchi Tran. Oh, and then he also included video of his pigeon at the end. And most of you will look at this video and go, alright, well that's all well and good. He explained everything perfectly, he made his points, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that video. He just needs to take a little bit more time when he's making his videos. However, I see one pretty glaring issue with this video, and it's not that YouTube isn't stressful. It can be, depending on your situation. Like, I upload every single day, and for every video I edit, I can spend up to 4 to 9 hours on that video, depending on what it is. Hell, some videos even take me like 45 minutes to make. The life stories, all I have to do is remember that life story, grab some gameplay, throw it into a video, put in the intro and the outro, and then I just talk. That's all I do. It's a fucking easy video. And then doing that back to back only takes me about an hour and 30 minutes to make both of them, and that saves me 2 days of the week where I can spend working on other, more high effort videos. AKA this video you're watching right now. Keep in mind during this time, I am also a college student, and I have a ton of classes that I need to worry about and continue keeping up on work for and studying for, as well as I work a part-time job to afford food, afford my car insurance, and basically save up money. Because at this point, especially with my monetization being fucked up and it still won't let me create a fucking AdSense account, YouTube does not pay me jack shit. And as proof to how little I make on YouTube, out of all of my videos I've ever uploaded, I just get money off the YouTube Red viewers. Meaning out of all the videos on my channel, I have not made $100. Meaning I am not even able to collect the money that I have made. And the reason I say this is because I don't make money, so this is technically a hobby. For Grade, YouTube is a job, and he makes enough at it with one video a week that he can live comfortably off of it. And that's not even counting his Patreon and merch store, of which on Patreon alone, GradeAUnderA gets $2,618 per month. So let's be honest, with the type of money that Grade makes from his videos combined with Patreon and his merch, he can probably afford to live comfortably and make YouTube a full-time job. Now I'm not even going to start to say that I know GradeAUnderA and I know his life, I know everything that he has to do, I know everything he has to be involved with, I know none of that shit, okay? To me, he's a complete stranger that I'm looking at from the outside, and all I have to compare him to is my own personal experiences, which is why I gave you all that information earlier. And when I gave you the editing time beforehand, the 4 to 9 hours, that was just showing the editing. That was making the video itself. That didn't include recording the clips, grabbing the clips, researching the subject, thinking of the subject, thinking of what I'm going to say, and then brainstorming and obsessing over every little detail of it. If that was the case, that 4 to 9 hours would quickly turn to what GradeAUnderA was saying of 24 hours up. And that's because what most people don't realize as part of a video on YouTube, editing is the easy part. Because really, once you have everything together, all you have to do is put it in order, do your voiceover, and then add in any text or other videos that you need. And really, the only time-consuming part is you having to do it over and over for every different scene. Now I'm aware there is a difference between iMovie that I use and Windows Movie Maker, which he uses. But right here, I'm just going to assume that it's not that big of a difference between the two editing softwares, at least in the aspect that it takes more time to edit a video. So that must mean a majority of his time in making videos must either go into creating his assets or researching his topics. So let's look at his assets first, and by this I mean his drawings and not any screenshots that he may put into the video. And I will count every single frame that he makes a new drawing in. Keep in mind that with any frames containing these two static assets together, they will not be counted, including any types of screen involving just pure text. Meaning screens containing just Grade by himself, some text only by itself, or just screenshots by itself will not be counted. However, images like this or this with a lot going on will be counted. And going through the entire main section of his video, excluding the entire pigeon part, under those parameters that I had set, he had 60 different frames. And don't get me wrong, making that many unique pictures for your video, it's going to take a long time. However, each one of those shouldn't take more than a minute or 5 to make, depending on how complicated they are, and some of them are even just cutting out different parts of it or revealing them afterwards, so he can just save it as he's going along. No need to create an entire new frame for it. And as far as the characters go, I'm sure that he has an entire file full of them and each of their expressions, allowing him to quickly insert them wherever he needs. And then at that point, all he has to do is write a word or add a picture. Really, the only thing that would take time is getting the PNGs, but once that's done, he can just slap them wherever. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here, and I'm going to say that every single frame of his video takes 3 minutes to make. And to test this, I decided to redraw his entire numbers and letters video thumbnail minus his pre-made assets. And from start to finish of me actually starting to write the letters and going ahead and drawing his characters and adding all the colors to it, it only took me 2 minutes 36 seconds. So taking that and taking the 60 images, we get that the total time of making all the assets for his videos realistically becomes 3 hours worth of work. Which if Grade does script his videos, which I'm guessing he does, means he shouldn't have that many unused assets. Meaning it should be closer to that time. So if we take this number of hours making the assets, and give him the benefit of the doubt saying that he takes 9 hours to edit a single video, that's only 12 hours. So what, is the rest of the video making time just script writing and research? Because right now, I'm still seeing 24 to 29 hours still left open. Alright, for script writing for his video, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, be generous, and give him 5 hours for writing the script, including all all editings and changes he makes along the way. Which brings the time for making a video up to 17 hours. Meaning there is still 19 to 24 hours left unaccounted. So that must mean this 19 to 24 hours of work goes into research on the video. Now don't get me wrong, I know that Grade puts a lot of time into the research of his videos because he wants to make everything factual, he wants to make sure that he has everything correct. But I'm sorry, 19 to 24 hours? It shouldn't take you that long, man. In fact, I don't even think you should be adding the research part into the amount of time that it takes to make your video. Because to me, that just makes it seem like you're trying to pad out the time and make it seem that you're putting a lot more time than you really are into each and every video. And really, most of what you have to research for your videos is just a simple Google search away. Really, it shouldn't take that much time at all. So when you're looking at the numbers of, oh, I spent 36 hours on this video, or, oh, I spent 41 hours on this video, it isn't really that long. Really, Grade, you're padding this out to make it seem like you're doing a lot more work for your content than you actually are. Now, I'm not going to say that you're lying, because it is entirely possible that you may have spent them hours on it, but consecutive hours? Why? Why would you even do that? Realistically, Grade, even if you are uploading only one video a week, and you do spend the amount of time that you said, honestly, 6 to 7 hours a day editing, that's not too bad. Especially for the type of salary that you're pulling in. Honestly, Grade, you're in a dream job position that I know several people would kill to be in the position of. And your videos themselves should not take the amount of time that you claim they take to make. Because as my good friend Wild Spartan once said, the hardest part of making a video is coming up with the idea, and only uploading 4 videos a month gives you plenty of time to come up with those ideas. Honestly, Grade, compared to a bunch of other YouTubers, you have it relatively easy off, so please at least take that into consideration. Anyways guys, if you managed to make it to this part of the video, I congratulate you. I'm pretty sure that most of the people watching this just rage quitted at in the very beginning when they heard that I was going to even be thinking about criticizing GradeAUnderA. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. I'm really gonna need it because I'm sure a lot of Grade A fans, the diehards, are going to be disliking this video, even though I didn't really even go hard on him and I didn't really criticize him at all. And if you really liked it, and if you're somewhat new here, click that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. Also, be sure to check out yesterday's video if you have not seen it yet. It was a YouTuber review on Mr. Beast, and it was a pretty good one. I highly recommend you check it out. It was a good video, and if you don't want to, and you think that I suck, and you think that I should just go die that I ever talked bad about GradeAUnderA, I have another person down here named Lord Bung. He's really underrated, you should check him out. But anyways guys, follow me on Twitter, keep up posted with future videos and highlights behind the scenes, and I will see you tomorrow. Whiplash, signing out.